If a capuchin came at me with a cold sore, I'd probably shoot first too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Clayton, did you see a little while back, not too long ago, there was a accident in, I believe, Mississippi. A truck spilled over, and it was carrying, according to the headline, aggressive lab monkeys.
I only know this because you sent me the headline, and when you send me news stories, I really try not to read into them because I don't I don't want to know what actually happened. I do have a question for you. Do you think there are any other kinds of lab monkeys other than aggressive?
I would think anything in a lab is aggressive if it's not wearing a lab coat to begin with.
I think I saw one of the cages busted open, and if you're squeezing a monkey in there, that monkey's going to get aggressive.
Absolutely. As a small cage. And then on top of them being ill-tempered, they were also infected with hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID. Now, I don't know if all of the monkeys had all three, if they were in batches or there was some kind of evil Venn diagram of like contagion going on.
Yeah.
I tried to research it a little more, and the scary thing I found was when you search for escaped lab monkeys accident, this isn't the only story that comes up. This is not the first time that's happened.
That's not what you want to hear. Yeah. Yeah.
I think, it certainly was fodder for some ideas for a story.
Sure.
I wanted to see what you thought of it.
Well, I want to hear what you thought of it. You've had time to process a little bit more. You're the one who shared it, so I imagine you probably have some good ideas. So you say yours first, and then, as usual, I will steal yours and pretend they were mine.
Well, I think we could build on it. I think it's a collaborative thing here. I think the first, I saw Outbreak. You saw Outbreak. We all saw Outbreak. What was the Project X? We've seen those. Mm-hmm. So I think automatically one mind would turn to horror. Here's a monkey out here with herpes running around biting people. Yeah. But I think there's a more inspirational tale to be told, really. I think you should look at it as, now one of the details of the story is most of the monkeys were euthanized on the spot, but one got away. Mm-hmm. And I think you could look at it as more of like a Homeward Bound kind of story. Right? It's like, it's the great escape. Maybe the monkey was responsible for the accident in some way. I would be interested to know if the truck hit a banana peel. I think that would be a clear indication the monkey was involved. But I think
one of the scientists made the huge mistake of playing Mario Kart in the lab. And this is what gave the monkeys the idea. They are like, wait a minute, guys, I've got a plan.
Exactly. Unfortunately, it took out 49 of his compatriots. But I think there's something inspiring about this monkey trying to find his way home. And maybe that's the story you tell, more of, it could be almost a children's tale. It's kind of like Curious George, but maybe it's like, Curious George Gets Herpes is the name of this one, and he's
I think that's we'll workshop the title a little bit.
Well, you're right. I think herpes is a little harsh. I always found chlamydia to be the funniest of the STDs, so maybe Curious George has chlamydia. That's the one we're looking at here.
Or if we want to be realistic, it could be Curious George has herpes, COVID, and what was the other one?
Hepatitis C.
Yeah, Curious George has quite a cocktail.
Yeah, Curious George is not long for this world.
So I want to, obviously, like I know how this story ends, I think, but let's take the journey to get there. So where do you think this monkey, where's his home? Where does he call home? Did they take him, is he an international monkey, or is he a domestic Curious George style monkey?
I would be interested, and there could be some backstory we find out. Where do lab monkeys even come from? I think a lot of times in fiction and media we see they're pretty much ripped from their homes to begin with, tranquilized and taken. But I don't know. It seems like a lot of work to get a lab monkey. And if there's 100 in a truck driving through Mississippi, it seems to be you'd need a lot of lab monkeys.
What's the Michael Crichton where they go to the jungle to get the apes and they end up finding the Congo, right? Yeah. And they take the laser guns to chop off the that's so much work, and the resources you need to buy those guns, absolutely not. The scientists don't have that. We're not getting funding. There's no grant that's going to cover that trip.
Yeah, the flight, the tranq darts, they can't be. Yeah, I think there's probably some kind of monkey mill going on, in backyards across America.
Yeah, it's all these chicken coops that have popped up lately Those are a disguise.
It's covered.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. No one. Be serious. No one's raising chickens in their urban backyard.
There's not that much of a demand for quiche, right?
No.
So I think maybe he's a domestic monkey. He's a domestic monkey, and suddenly he finds himself in rural Mississippi.
And he's obviously from across the country. I mean, he's got a long way to go. He's probably got to go over the Rockies.
It would just be too convenient if he was from just somewhere in the bayou. Yeah. It's just no. We got definitely somewhere across the continental divide. We've got to get a good distance. You and I both love a road trip story.
Absolutely. And there's nothing greater than taking a fucking long journey, a long, terrible, horrible journey. You think you're getting close, and then on the horizon, what's that? It's 14,000-foot mountains.
Right.
We got to get him over those mountains.
Is he hitchhiking? Is it a BJ and the Bear situation? Maybe
he's hitchhiking and he's wearing human clothes. He has to go into he goes to an Orscheln or a Piggly Wiggly, and he finds he grabs some clothes off the rack. Tries to disguise himself as a farmer. Absolutely hitchhikes, and he gets pretty far that way. It's a surprising number of states before someone says, "Hey, wait a minute, are you a monkey?"
I have no reason for this, but I think his alias is Jeremy. He's just going by Jeremy. Yeah, working his way west. My name's Jeremy. I'm headed west. That's
stole it from the Piggly Wiggly employee. He's got the name tag. It's on his jacket. You don't even have to ask him.
That's why. Yeah, it was on the apron. I like that. Jeremy, Piggly Wiggly employee Jeremy. Yeah. I see this as certainly a heartwarming family film. So there are shenanigans along the way. What kind of shenanigans do we figure Jeremy gets up to?
Let's see. We got to tap into Dunstan checks in here. He's in a station wagon. He's going to be sitting in the way back. They're going to be on a family vacation. He's going to have an absolute blast with those suitcases. Mm-hmm. He's going to be trying on the mom's bras, and that's going to be hilarious.
Wearing his hat, earmuffs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's going to take a good 7 minutes of the movie for sure. There'll be some rest stop. They got to see some of the biggest things in the world, right? The biggest ball of yarn, the biggest cross in Texas, I know is there. They got to do some of those things. That could be fun.
So it's gonna be figured more of a Route 66 kind of passage versus a planes, trains, and automobiles trying to get the most direct route. More scenic.
Yeah, I love a Route 66 trip.
Yeah,
those have the worst places to stop. That's the most fun. Yeah.
The largest gift shop in the country 7 times in every state. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, he would make an absolute mess of the Uranus Fudge Factory in Missouri. That would be a fun one.
The Uranus Fudge Factory.
Are you not familiar with the town of Uranus in Missouri, Ben?
I have never seen Uranus.
On the way down from my end, going down to Branson, there's a town that was not always called Uranus, but somewhere in the last 10 or 15 years, it has become the Uranus, and the big claim to fame is now Uranus Fudge Factory. It is a town that has become a tourist stop by making anus jokes.
Which was first, the Fudge Factory or the changing of the name?
I'm pretty sure the changing of the name came first.
And then someone I wonder if it was the guy had the idea for Fudge Factory, but he was at the council meeting saying, I have a proposal. I was
going to say, it's probably the mayor.
He was already just the dozers were ready to go. The building crew was ready to strike as soon as the name went in. Yeah. He's just printing money and fudge.
So Jeremy the monkey is obviously going to stop by the Fudge Factory. That's going to be fun because he's going to be throwing it like poo, but it's fudge. And there's a lot of opportunity for fun.
I like that. It keeps it clean, but it's a little bit of a documentary nature in there too. A little bit of animal facts for the kids. What happens when he gets to the mountains? Is it winter? Is he skiing? Do we have a ski montage or a Donner Party joke? I think those are the 2 questions you got to kind of.
Why choose? I think that he could ski down. So maybe the family's stopping in Colorado. They're stopping at the right near the divide. He hijacks a pair of skis. He slides down the mountain. He's going, whoa, whatever sound monkeys make, and he's freaking out. But he gets down there, except he crash lands into this stranded family's party, and suddenly we're in the Donners. There we go. And he's in danger because they're looking pretty hungry.
So he's out of there. He skedaddles. He finally makes it west. When he finally gets to his destination, I think what we have to see more than anything is growth from Jeremy.
That's true. That's true. There has to be an arc, right?
Monkey. And I think what we have found is he's learned to accept who he is, with the hepatitis C, with the herpes, with the COVID, but he has lost his aggressiveness. I think that's where he's really developed.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's a heartwarming story. The family helped him find out who he is. I think he got a lot of the whole anger and rage out of the system when he slaughtered the Donner Party family. Down there, he got that really took a lot out of him. That lowered his bloodlust quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to film that one in the for a family movie, but that's the director's problem.
Creative editing. Is all I know. Yeah. It's good. It's very heartwarming, and I think the way I think you see it end, Jeremy's reunited with his family. Credits roll, and then we have a still frame of Jeremy saying he died 3 months later from COVID.
That's perfect. There are no notes. I think it's great. Do you want to tell everybody the actual ending to the news story?
From what I've seen, like I say, when the truck spilled over, most of them were euthanized on the spot, but one got away, and I think the last one was finally taken out by a mother. Just her daughter was playing in the front yard, and they spotted the monkey, and she pulled out the gun, and just Jeremy spoke in class that day. That's all there is to it.
He tried to join the family. He tried to have a heartwarming adventure, and Mississippi was having none of it.
None of it at all. She said she just did what every mother would do. And I agree. If a capuchin came at me with a cold sore, I'd probably shoot first too.
Absolutely. Because once again, we've all seen Outbreak.